just talking about how a lot of people limit their potential based off what they see around them. Meaning, if there's only certain people around them who make a certain amount of money or a certain level, like success level, or like self development, self improvement, they think that's like the furthest they can go. So if this person, if the person that makes the most amount of money is like 100,000 or 80,000, you're not even like thinking the possibility of making 250, $500,000 a year, being a multimillionaire. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I thought sometimes I would think like, oh, this person's making money, and then you get around a different like group of people, and you're like, oh, like he made that in a month. So it's all about your perspective. So anytime you find yourself like thinking this is a cap or this is a limit, it's only because of what you're seeing. It's only your perspective. Because your perspective will change when you travel. Your perspective will change when you have breakthroughs. Your perspective will change when you hit rock bottom. Like, it's so much shit that'll change your perspective. But you have to get around people that literally have, like, when people say motion, that basically just means like you have shit going for yourself. So if you're not around nobody that has anything going for themselves, it doesn't mean you necessarily just cut them off. But like you have to find yourself in circles that allow you to present the best version of yourself. But also, with that being said, you have to be a person of value. Like people just think they're just gonna leech. Some people do leech off of others, and I actually hate that. But like when I recognize that, I cut that shit off immediately. But people do like to leech off others. But the most important thing is to be a person of value. If you can provide value to a circle or to people, or just as a person, realistically, you're going to find yourself in more impactful environments. And then when you find yourself in more impactful environments from working on yourself, that's when like networking and opportunities and shit start happening, and people just think you're getting lucky because you put in all this back end work, and then the whole time people thinking you getting lucky because you got blessed with the opportunity, right? Like, yeah, we're blessed, like nothing's guaranteed or whatever, but at the same time, bro, you do not get lucky on the couch. You don't. You get lucky because you put yourself in that position to allow yourself to flourish in an opportunity. So it's the whole mindset of stay ready so you don't got to get ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really put in work for that shit. You might look at it and be like, oh, he got handed that. What? You don't know what the fuck I went through. Yeah, like I worked hard for that shit. They just look at it and see the end result and be like, oh, like, yeah, he lucky as hell. He just got that, But you don't know what the fuck I went through. You don't know what I'm going through, and you don't know what I'm continuing to do to keep it. And that's what people don't understand. Like, everybody wants what they see on social media. But do you know what that person did to get that? Some people either had to work extremely hard and sacrifice a lot, or a lot of people gave up a certain amount of time or gave up their soul. And when I say their soul, I mean like when you just give up who you are as a person and your morals and all that shit. I be saying this to my friends who say they want to do TikTok too. Yeah, like, okay, think about it logically, right? I think you got like 10K now, right? So you got 10K, okay? There's people that have 10 million. Just for context, it's people with 10 million. 4 a.m. sometimes too. Nah, real shit. Like when I really started taking basketball like super serious, I literally would wake up at 4:30 because the Y would open up at 5. So I'd wake up at 4:30, just drink some water, brush my teeth, boom, and I would ride my bike to the Y. Work out for like, depending, like an hour and a half or two. Ride my bike back to my crib, eat, shower, prep a meal, and then I would go to school. And then during that summer, I was going to work we're leaving at 8:30, so I'm leaving from work at 6:30. And I was doing this shit every day. I want those opportunities like the people with 100K and more. And you're on a trajectory. There's no reason it's not going to happen. You just have to literally carry yourself and operate like it's already, you know what I'm saying? Like it's your reality. And that's not faking it till you make it. It means being that person. Because at the end of the day, there's no fake it till you make it. You have to be that. Like, so when the opportunity comes and when that time comes, you're already prepared. Like, I was really thinking to myself, like, the other day, like, I put so much pressure on myself to do certain shit and, like, reach certain shit that I have set out for myself. But I also have to remember, like, I'm kind of living in what I prayed for. Like I have my own spot. I'm able to be financially stable. Like I'm not rich. I'm not broke. I have a trajectory that I have planned and like I'm treading towards. So yes, I put a lot of pressure on myself, but also like having grace with yourself to understand you're not going to be perfect and everything that you're learning at the right time because God knows when to cut people off. God knows when you need to go through certain things, and God's gonna put you through the same things if you don't learn the lessons. So, but the way I look at it, as far as like the followers and stuff, I don't know if you know this, but I run like multiple plug pages. You feel me? I have other social media accounts that I manage that I'm paid to do. So like, I make money outside of my own content. So when I start making money off my own content, that's just going to be an extra, but I'm already going to be prepared for it because I'm running other pages that are monetized. And then on top of that, I already have the mindset and the mentality of continuing to stack days. Regardless of how much money I make or how successful I am with anything, over time, I'm just going to keep stacking days. So it's like the process doesn't change. Oh my God, my light. This is what I be hating about this stream and shit. Okay, hold on. If this should turn off again, I'm going to just have to turn on the light above me. But I always find myself being too critical of myself, but sometimes I do step back and be like, you did some of the shit that you had set out, you know what I'm saying? You accomplished a decent amount, but it's like the constant pressure of like not being that's what I'm talking about. The constant pressure of not like knowing what my bad. The constant pressure of not knowing if you're going to reach what you have set out for yourself is very stressful, especially as a man. Like, and I don't know if you were in the live when I said this, but men are loved conditionally. Women are loved unconditionally, so are children. All women got to do is be pretty, you know what I'm saying, be lovable, da-da-da, whatever. Children, obviously they're children. They're loved unconditionally. Men, you have to be a man of value. And, okay, so now I'm going to have to turn on this light because this might be horrible. You're gonna have to tell me if this is horrible, but I gotta let my flash charge. But yeah, so like you have to be a man of value, and it's like it's not that I'm not, but I always have a standard that I set for myself that I need to continue to climb. So